Hi everyone, it's me, Lori Ann Spagna, here with you today to chat with you about another juicy topic regarding the fifth dimensional paradigm and beyond. So let's understand, in this particular topic, we're going to be talking about the new currency for humanity, the new currency. So in the old third dimensional paradigm, our currency has been mostly some form of monetary exchange or gold or silver, precious metals, and gold and silver, right? Gold and silver and paper dollars and coins. That's primarily what we've used. And of course, in older times, we might have used some other form of material exchange, like some form of beads or something of value, gems, or trading. Even if we go back, I trade something with you that I have of value with something that you have of value. And if you didn't like what I had of value, I had to find somebody, and I wanted what you had. I had to find something that you wanted of value from some other trader and then bring it back and then trade that with you. So if I raised cows and you raised chickens and someone else raised pigs, and you wanted a pig but I wanted a chicken, I'd have to go find a pig, trade with someone for my cow, for my pig, to give you a pig so I could get some chickens. We understand the concept. That's the old paradigm. And perhaps before the concept of trading ever existed, and in some indigenous tribes, this is true, maybe even still, I think, there is no trading. It's simply service, which is also known as Ubuntu. And that is a future form of the way we do our reality. Ubuntu is, I do my service for the joy of serving, and I know that everyone else is doing their service for the joy of serving and contributing based in the joy of what I do. And through me providing what I do in joy and everyone else providing what they do in joy, the service of joy, we just serve and contribute, right? And you've seen that concept on, for example, oh my goodness, what's it called? Star Trek. Nobody works for money. They do it out of the joy of service on Star Trek, right? And that is also known as Ubuntu. And that is a future, but that is not our currency. That's not a currency. That's just the joy of service and contribution. And humanity is leveling up to that and recognizing how valuable and important it is to just do what you love for the joy of service and contribution. That is a new 5D way of operating. That's an operating system. However, the currency of our future is something different. So what is the 5D currency? This is pretty exciting to consider. And I wonder if any of you know it. And I would love, before I say it, for those of you who may want to wager your perspective on that. And I'm going to say I just gave you a clue. So share your perspective in the comments below. I'd love to hear and know your perspective. So what is the 5D currency? I just gave you the biggest clue. The 5D currency, and we're not there yet. I get it. But this is what YouTube's about, and we're here on YouTube, and this is what Facebook's about and social media. The 5D currency, it's not what they're about. It's not all that they're about, but it's the beginning of it. The 5D currency is perspective. Perspective. So the greater perspective you have, the more expanded your consciousness, the more you're able to see all perspectives, the higher consciousness, more expanded your consciousness is, the more perspective you have. And that puts you in higher frequencies of consciousness, and the higher, lighter, higher being relative. And therefore, the greater perspective you have, the lighter you are, the more able you are to access higher dimensional consciousness beyond even 5D, way beyond 5D. Because consciousness and awareness gives you greater perspective. This will be the new currency. This is the currency we're already beginning to share. This is why people go to YouTube's channels, for example, like this one, and subscribe, because the person on the Channel is expanding their consciousness by providing new information, insight, energy, if it's an energy healing, which we get on this channel as well, activations, whatever it is. It's expanding consciousness. It's providing greater awareness. This is the new currency of our future. And we come to see this too because in the old paradigm, people are generally very limited in their consciousness. They have very limited perspectives. What is an X-ray? Black and white. It's only this or that. It's one way or the other. You're either Democrat or Republican. You're either this or you're that. That's all there is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's all based on debate and argument, disagreement, my way or the highway, your way or the highway, right and wrong. That's all there is. No shades of gray. That's 3D. That's an old paradigm way of being. And as we start to elevate, when we move through 4D, for example, we start saying things like, well, I can understand that perspective. Or we start saying things like, you know what? I can understand that that person must have been hurting when they did that. Or I can understand that their action was maybe based in their own wound or their own pain. Or I can understand that maybe they didn't see that or they didn't understand that. We start saying things like, wow, I hear your perspective. Wow, I understand that perspective. I understand that's your perspective. Or, that's interesting. Or, that's an interesting perspective. Or, we're opening up our perspective. I don't need to disagree or argue or debate with you. I understand that's your perspective. I hear you. Like those kinds of comments become more and more our regular way of being because we're opening up to the fact that there are other perspectives. That's 4D. Then we start anchoring in 5D. We start realizing every perspective is a real perspective because every perspective is a perspective of consciousness. However, even in 5D, we understand the only truths are based in 6th dimensional consciousness to some degree because that's where universal laws are and they regulate what's true and real and accurate to some degree. But then we can go even beyond that. We can go beyond 6D to higher dimensions of consciousness and expand even greater than that. So, as we do, we expand way beyond any limitations of consciousness that we've ever had before in a 3rd dimensional paradigm. This is what will become the new currency for humanity. In time, maybe not overnight, but in time, because we're just going to start shifting into doing more and more of what we love, serving the greater good of all with harm to none, contributing to the greater good of all, doing what we love for the joy of doing it, and sharing it. And other perspectives are going to open and expand. And as they do, they're going to share more and more of that. And as that happens more and more, we will shift into the new currency. So with that, I hope that is helpful to you. And I would love, love, love to hear your feedback in the comments below, of course. And please like, subscribe, and share the video so that others can expand the currency of their perspective too. And other than that, head over to LoriSpagna.com and join the community so you can get lots of great things for you and your animals, including activations, dormant DNA activations, learning how to activate your own DNA, and learning animal communication and telepathy, accessing and developing your psychic intuitive gifts, and access to 5D and beyond. So much great stuff, even gifted. So much of it gifted to you over at LoriSpagna.com, and I would love to see you there. Other than that, I'm wishing you your highest and best, most benevolent, wonderful trajectory, life force for you. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.